Hey y'all, it's your girl Jamila coming to you with um, the mechanics of high lunge and transitioning to pyramid. And so you've noticed in our practices, we've been doing high lunge into pyramid that helps to loosen up the hamstrings. And so you have to have some length in the hamstrings in order to get into the pose without the use of props. And in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic, if we don't already have blocks, we have to get creative. So I found these at my sister's house. They are 200 mini lights on a string, perfect for a block. So go to your local Walgreens, Walmart. Walmart is still open. They may have blocks, but if they don't, just get a nice sturdy box of something that you can get two of. Your block has three heights. This will be our highest height. This is our middle. Nope. This is our middle height. This is our lowest height. And so you can practice your high lunge outside of practice. I would come into hero pose, just basically sitting on the heels, whatever is comfortable for you. And then bring your blocks, start at the highest height. Now you want to put them in line with the knees, and then bring the palms of the hands flat on the top of the block. Come standing on the knees and simply step the foot forward. Now you want to make sure the foot is firm on the ground, that you can feel all four corners of the feet. So slide the hands forward to kind of be in line with that foot. This back leg here, you want to curl the toes underneath. So you lean forward just a bit so that you can shift weight onto this bent knee and foot, and then you begin to push and straighten that back leg. Now, you want to wiggle that back leg as far as it will go. Okay? So, sometimes you may need to adjust your stance for your comfort level, which means you may need to widen it just a bit so that you have some stability. So, our shoulders and wrists are in line with each other, very much like when we are in our tabletop. We are on the ball of our back foot, and we want to really press that heel towards the back of our practice space. You want to have a 90-degree bend in your bent knee. So I will turn around to the side so you can see. So, knee bent, 90-degree angle on your bent knee, foot flat on the ground. Blocks, props, hand planted, palms firm. You want to make sure that the shoulder and the wrist are in a straight line. Curl those back toes underneath, shift weight forward just a bit, lift the knee, straighten it, and then wiggle that foot back as far as you can. As you can see, I am almost leaning forward. My belly is almost resting on my thigh. Now you want to be sure that you are hugging this hip in and you aren't bowing this knee out. You want to make sure that the knee and the hip are straight. High lunge. Now going into pyramid, shift the weight, or the hips, excuse me, up and back. You kind of want to pull the hip back just a bit to straighten this leg. Now, as we are growing in our practice, this knee will be bent slightly, which is completely fine. I'm just doing this on this side so you can see my leg. And so the goal is to get the nose to the knee. Pull hip back. You're hinging from the hips. coming back into our high lunge. Bend the knee. Shift hip, straighten the leg. Fold forward. Up, bend the knee. You'll hear me cue, dip the hips, shine the heart forward. That's going to give you some stretch in this back leg, especially in the quadricep muscle. So you'll hear me say, on your inhale, dip the hips, shine the heart forward. So what we're doing is dipping the hips towards the ground so that we feel a gentle pull in the quad on the straight leg. And then on the exhale, we straighten the legs, send the hips up, and try to bring the knee and nose together. High lunge, pyramid, front view. I'll take it on the other side. So, coming to low lunge, getting our blocks, making sure our wrists and our shoulders are right in line, curling those back toes underneath, lifting that back knee, scooting that back leg back, adjusting the width of our stance so that we're nice and stable. Take an inhale, see me dip the hips, lift the heart, and then as we exhale, keep this hip tucked underneath, straighten the leg, and then hinge forward. Bend into the knee. That's our inhale. We shine the heart and send the gaze forward. As we exhale, lift the hips, straighten the front leg, fold forward. And as we grow in our practice, and even as we warm up in our practice, we'll be able to adjust the heights. Eventually working ourselves all the way down until we don't need blocks anymore. So, mechanics of high lunge. Bent knee, 90 degrees, hip tucked in. Back leg long. Lift the thigh bone up off the floor. Scoot the foot back. Make sure that the back heel is lifted. You want to make sure that your hands and your shoulders are in line. So wrists and shoulders in line. As we cue you, inhale, dip the hips, lift the heart. As you exhale, shift the hips up, straighten the leg, hips go back, and then fold forward. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you all on the mat.